Do you hate bugs? Specifically, the buzzy flying ones? The ones that you swear are the only creatures on this planet that aren't designed with some sort of practical purpose? Rather, they exist solely to be a menace to society? What if I were to tell you, you can arm yourself with steel, infiltrate this bug population, and swat them straight out of the skies in droves right into the dirt? Okay, maybe this isn't the plot to FlyKnight, but a man can dream, can he? Nope, this game's more like you're living your fly guy insect life in peace in your quaint little riverside village until some moth named Lunamoth comes to your crib accompanied by some wasp thugs and rips the wings off your family and neighbors' backs. They make you watch and then finally do the same thing to you, leaving you with a burning resentment and knack for revenge. That's right, in FlyKnight, you revolt against the wing-clipping genocide targeted towards the flies, while also facing off against an array of rival insectiants. Yes, I just patented that word myself, go ahead and add it to the wiki. It's a Souls-like experience with art direction that people are comparing to Kingsfield and Oldschool Runescape. Yeah, I'd say this definitely checks out. I've never even played a Souls game outside of Dark Souls 1, like, ages ago. Don't worry though, I promise minimal deaths as I'm a certified hood classic MLG gamer. It's time I rub my hands together, wipe my face, and barf to pre-digest my meal. It's time to become what is known as, in the insect world, a FlyKnight. The game starts out with the fly creator. You pick your skin color, eye color, and body type. I don't know what sort of place I'll be spawning into. I don't want to wear the wrong color in the wrong flyberhood.
The Bloods or the Crips? Why not combine the two? Purple is hip.
Just to be safe, I combine red and blue and go with purple. For eye color, I wanted an outward expression for the determination I'll have to complete my quest of restoring dignity to all of flykind. If I were a human, I would go with red eyes to signify the fury inside my soul, as well as foreshadowing the blood of my enemies that will spill if they get in my way. But since we're going to be fighting bugs, I went ahead with green to generate the same effect for bug blood. Alright, all that's left is picking a name for this unsung hero. That's an easy one. We begin by waking from a restless dream. Well, I hope it was a nice nap our fly guy had, because once I'm in control, there will be no rest. I'm sure glad we went with purple. This place is a total slum. It seems there was already a gangbang we were late for. On the real though, I'm just soaking in the atmosphere right now. FlyKnight is one of those games that's following a trend of new games looking like older ones. Like maybe PS1, PS2 era territory. This is why I like playing indie games like this. They aren't afraid to explore a certain look to achieve a tone or mood. They're not chasing photorealism while neglecting good writing and game mechanics, thinking that's gonna sell a product. And what sort of tone or mood does this game give to me? Certainly one that is ominous, uneasy, and mysterious. This art direction, perfectly paired with the trippy and somber music, is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. This area we spawn into serves as a tutorial area. Normally, you wouldn't be able to read this gobbledygook language. Luckily, they provide us with these blue mushrooms to open our third eye, and suddenly, with the power of psychedelics, we've become a scholar of insect literature. It shows me how to open my inventory, combat controls, and even hints at dismemberment. We face our first buggy boy, and we slice off a couple of his arms. Yet, he remains unfazed.
You serious?
This game's combat is indeed Souls-like, in where you have to carefully consider your approach to attack, while factoring in such things as parries, blocks, kicks, stamina level, and amount of potions you have. It's also similar to games like Chivalry or Mortarhow in that you can change the direction of your swings to target specific areas of the body. Some bugs' exoskeletons have a natural armor against your blows. For instance, here when I land a blow on the ant's head, or at least I think this is an ant, his little noggin has a helmet that shields him from damage. I then learn about the game's most satisfying mechanic.
We need some milk!
When you parry an enemy's attack, it leaves them staggering, which you can then smash your fly's foot into his face to knock his ass out. Aw man, the only thing missing would be the curb stomp special ability. I don't think this civilization ever needed the use of land vehicles or roads since they can fly around from point A to point B. but since a large portion of the population no longer has use of their wings, it might be a good idea to get the asphalt pouring. Maybe in the future we'll finally get some curb stomping DLC. Now that we've learned the basics, up the road I find the first campfire. Here you can rest and heal up on HP and restock on your health potions. Yeah, this is definitely a Dark Souls-like game for sure. You can also use the fire to call up on your friends to play with you. But I'm in my late 20s, I'm the sole survivor of my friends that once called themselves gamers. I must brave this quest on my own. I may be alone, but I'm never opposed to making a new friend on my journey. This old fisher fly gazes at me with a certain curiosity and vigor. I can't help myself, and I open up the conversation with violence on his repulsive bug exterior. Sadly, the game doesn't let me steal his fishing rod, and I'm forced to talk to the guy. Sorry, what was that? Shoot, those mushrooms help me with understanding written language, but it seems it's done nothing to aid in understanding the spoken word of the flies. Be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back from a quick little IRL trip to India's street food markets. Let me take a stab at communication again.
Another survivor, eh? They sure did a number on y'all. A few of your mates passed through here, asking about Lunamoth's lair. It's that cave over there, if that's what you're looking for. Seems like a dumb way to get killed, if you ask me.
Okay, that's more like it. He's excited to teach us about fishing. I need to uncover some lore about this place though, so before casting my line, I do a little inquiry.
Not much to say. It's a decent enough town. Nothing but trouble since Lunamoth showed up though. As if we didn't have enough with so many going wingless. Now we got all these FlyKnights like you're looking for a fight too, so it just keeps getting worse.
Seems the individual called Lunamoth is behind this town's bleak atmosphere. They clipped the town fly's wings and are keeping us oppressed. Just up ahead is her lair. I hope this Lunamoth is ready to be cast into the sun by the time I'm finished with her. I head on over to the docks to cast my line. What you want to do is cast it out and reel it in real close to the docks to minimize the risk of the fish getting away. I did just say fish, but are those frickin' grapes, my dude? Those are flippin' grapes, and that's a banana. This fly really be out here with a fishing rod catching some fruit. What game am I playing right now? Does that constitute sea bass and pufferfish grown on trees and bushes in this universe? There better be some farming in the next patch. I'm going to be planting some shark trees and anchovy bushes. I'm so astonished by the functionality of this world's ecosystem that my fly blood pressure hits peak levels and I pass out from reeling in my line. I collect myself though and cast again to make sure I've got a full inventory of fruit before descending into the moth's lair. I must say though, these fruits suck at being fish. Even a dang star has better fishing etiquette than you lot.
Trick, don't do that!
Now that my bag is filled to the brim with fruit, it's time to start finishing what I started. We're now entering Lunamoth's lair. The fire illuminates the room, and with every campfire, we're offered a fish barrel and personal stash. The game is no slouch when offering you an abundance of loot throughout your journey, so you will make good use of this stash. There are also these crates that you can smash and collect arrows. I kill off these slugs to clear the landing zone and drop down. This marks the point of no return. The cave is dark with a low draw distance and quiet. Eerily quiet. Hey, get a load of this loser thinking a shield will save him from my slaps.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I found myself another campfire and a freakishly tall fly with red beady eyes staring right down into my soul. What's this? More gobbledygook speak? Not if my knowledge of Indian street food can translate.
What a terrible bloodbath. I'm so glad at least some of you survived. I was hoping the knights would put up a fight, but there goes my hopes. It's such a shame. Something stank about that ambush, but I don't have time for that. I'll keep going just the same.
So it seems I'm not the only FlyKnight who's on this crusade. That's good to hear that I'm not alone. Let's see if she'll join me in my fight.
Hee, you're funny. Sorry, but I'm no fighter. And despite my size, I prefer discretion.
Ah, not the fighter type, I see. Well, we can't all be as fly as me. Outside the warmth and safety of the fire, I see something that catches my eye. A Venus flytrap. Very clever, but I'm privy to your antics and I will not be falling for that one. That's not the only environmental hazard you'll be facing. You'll also have those clamshell clamper thingies littered across the ground, some bellflowers that are essentially mortars that hurl poison bombs at you, and a few others that I won't spoil just yet. At least in this game, the environment can also harm hostiles as well. So if you're into that sort of thing, you can use your surroundings to your advantage.
Yes! Use your surroundings! Make them fight for you!
I start using my magic around here as well. You can acquire several different spells along your journey via equipable scrolls. You may equip 2 at a time. I discovered after spamming for a bit, mana doesn't naturally regenerate on its own. Gotta be careful with that for now. I have my first encounter with one of those mortar flowers I talked about earlier. I retreat to safety off the beaten path to find the chest. FlyKnight is not a gear hog and will offer you plenty of sick drip and weaponry if you decide to poke your curious beady fly face around the hidden pathways. The chest contains my first found in the wild weapon, being a scimitar. Guess we're going down the Runescape path for real in this game. Where can I get the dragon scimitar? Or maybe an abyssal whip? Speaking of weaponry, I kill this clammy boy and he drops a leek. I'm thinking to myself, okay, sweet, a consumable of some sort. Nope, it's a weapon. That's right, you fish for fruits and use vegetables to succumb your foes in battle in this universe. Time to fight vegetation with vegetable. Haha, nice try, buddy, but I've been on the internet long enough to know what that is. Hold up, who is this menacing looking creature? He's like the Wasp Mafia boss, except he's not only in the Mafia, but also a samurai. Shoot, and I thought the bad colors to wear were red and blue. Turns out in this world, they're yellow. This is the toughest fight I've been in so far. He actually gets me to take a couple of swigs of my health nectar as well. There's an intimidation factor to go along with this, as he has a pretty ear-piercing battle cry. This may work on his other, less educated FlyKnight foes, but I take a close listen in and do some translation.
Nobody likes me, that's why I'm alone in this tower.
And with that samurai defeated, he's got some goodies for me in his little chest. I know I don't have any head armor yet, but you'll sooner find me dead before I'm running around fighting off evil dressed as the sun from the Teletubbies. I'll have to pass on that one for now. I will, however, take this ring that regenerates my mana by downing foes. This encounter has me begging the question though, why is it us flies that are wingless? It seems to me the wasps are unaffected by this wing-clipping crusade. I need answers. There's no time to stop and celebrate this fleeting victory. We've only just scratched the surface of this mystery, and I feel like we're getting... Hey yo, what the hell? This game has jump scares, bro? I didn't sign up for a horror game, what is this? The sticks have eyes! I'm getting that spooky, eerily quiet vibe again. The bottom of this ravine has chills trickling down my spine. I failed to mention, this game doesn't have a map. When you're traveling through the twists and turns, you really feel like you're in the twists and turns. There's a certain presence that can be felt using this mapless method. I cross the ravine to uncover another safe haven. Oh look, it's one of those winged D-bags that tried to kill me earlier. Let's hear what he has to say.
Can't say I ever expected much from this alliance, but I figured at least you FlyKnights would be useful cannon fodder against Lunamoth's army, a convenient distraction if nothing else, while I freed my once proud race from her control.
Ah, I see. So there seems to be a split faction among the wasps. Some who have ever so pathetically submitted to Lunamoth, and others who had stayed true to their wasp heritage. He makes sure to talk some smack and belittle me before I leave. Ouch, is this really what the other bug races think of us flies? Here I was thinking I was pretty fly for a fly guy, but nobody else seems to think so. I have to agree though, it is rather embarrassing to be following the lead of a moth. Are we forgetting how brainlessly moths worship lamps? This Lunamoth character is going right into the forever lamp, as I plan to shoot her straight into the sun.
Brother, I crave the forbidden lamp.
I don't think she'll be repeatedly headbutting a lamp that hot though. I feel like that will be the lamp to end all lamps. Deeper in the abyss, I find an ant guarding something in this room. Now that I've got a handle on combat, I want to see if it's possible to pull this bug limb from limb so that all that's left is a torso. Unfortunately, he has a limit to how many appendages I'm allowed to rip off his body. You just ruined my video, you insect. What was he hiding here that was so special? Oh hell yeah! I finally got some headgear that won't get me bullied when fly schools open back up. I look pretty sweet now, huh?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Through this corridor, I make another first encounter with one of those roly-poly bugs. He's coming in hot too, very confident in himself. He then proceeded to size me up like Mike Tyson from Punch-Out.
Sign the contract, big boy. Come on, sign the contract.
Surely someone with such confidence is going to beat my ass.
That was easy.
Okay, I just need to relax. Just because somebody shows outward confidence doesn't mean they won't crack under the pressure of facing off against the greatest FlyKnight this world has ever seen. What's this here? Maybe I'll try smashing it with my hammer! I thought surely with there being a chest down there, I would have been able to bust this thing open, but I guess not. Either that or I'm dumb and I'm missing something. Phew! Another sanctuary to rest my weary fly face for a spell. Get a load of this guy. He really thought he was doing something on his precious little tower.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Yep, see you in bug heaven, bud. Although, I'm not sure if they'll let you in for perishing in such an embarrassing fashion. Aw, hell, is that a spider? You can bet your sweet little keister I'm not going anywhere near that thing. I'm very grateful for my magic right about now. Oh, hell no, they gotta just send in another one, don't they? Even this dude is questioning himself why I'm playing this game if I'm so arachnophobic. Legit, I don't care if spiders aren't hostile in some universe. Whenever we're face to face with one, this will always be me, every time.
Get away from me, freak!
I found the green room part of the castle at the bottom of this spider-ridden staircase. Never seen so many things that passively want me dead all in one place. I mean, other than some IRL workplaces I've been to. Oh shoot, I almost mistake this fly for another enemy. Oh dear, what is this? Is this fly alright, man? Come on, get over here and help me check up. Oh hell no! Don't you be looking at me like that. Alright, Swatter, proceed with caution. Let's just talk to him.
You're that squire. What do you want? I executed him, caught him retreating and abandoning his comrades, the filthy rat. A defilement to our already disgraced order. No one leaves this place until Lunamoth's reckoning.
Yeah, I mean, if he's telling the truth, I suppose that's justified. With an ever-decreasing population, we don't need any Weasley soldiers among our ranks. But how do I know he's telling the truth? For all I know, he could have been the rat and is double dipping with the Lunamoth order. I'm gonna pass, bro, on letting you join my team, but thanks. Thanks very much. What's this? Stop, danger ahead? We'll see about that. Oh no, not two Mike Tyson roly-polies, whatever will I do? Looks like I can confirm this is the hole I tried breaking into earlier as well. This sign really had me going too. Danger ahead? Ha!
I am the danger.
Yo, I blasted this dude's head off and he can still aim? How's he seeing me? There we go, that should take care of things. Ah, and who's this? Someone else that won't want to help me, I presume?
My dear squire, am I glad to see you? I took you for dead. I'm still looking for more surviving knights and ordering them to regroup. I know you've always been the reckless type, but consider retreating as well. I don't want you to die for nothing. If you find any scattered knights, tell them to look for me, all right?
I guess this is a fly commander of sorts in the uber cool fly order. Why is he so concerned about having me retreat? Surely in matters such as this, we need every fly we can get. I guess I should be on the lookout for my comrades. I do wonder what he's recruiting for. These are all questions that won't answer themselves. It's time to keep going. I'll bet you there's treasure atop of this windy staircase. Oh god, nope, just another enemy. This is gonna be easy compared to last time. Little does this samurai know, I've got mad skills, and I will get wild.
Got mad skills, got mad skills, I will get wild. Got mad skills, got mad skills, I will get wild.
Last time I faced off against one of these guys, I used up 2 health potions and kinda got bullied a bit. No more. I am the FlyKnight that will fulfill the prophecy. I steal his crap and continue forward with my quest, just the same. Time for another first encounter. Here, I discover a ladybug. They're pretty easy to defeat. They remain stationary while they cast groups of 3 red balls at you. You may be wondering to yourself, is this some sort of blood magic? Well, actually no. You see, we have some time to tune into Animal Planet for a quick second and learn a thing or two about the enemies we're fighting. Okay, so ladybugs actually have yellow blood in the real world. The color red is actually the color of the ladybug's pee. She's hurling pee at you. Have fun with that one. Now look, new passive-aggressive murderers. I found another bonfire just beyond this wall. Okay, I'm a bit of a dum-dum here. I went down the slide without resting, which is especially dire since this is the first boss room. Looks like I need to take this on with just 2 potions. This room is full of vines that try to swipe at you as you haphazardly try to shake the disorientation and get a grip on what's going on. Bro, and what on earth is this thing? I can't even share my opinion of what I think it may be because it would probably get me banned. I try my best to cheese it as I found a relatively safe spot. I hang back and shoot it with arrows to whittle down its Kingdom Hearts looking health bar. Sadly, I'm running low on arrows and it looks like I'm gonna have to actually play the game. I wait for it to throw the carrots and time it so I run out just as the attack is about to land. Once you face this questionably shaped boss monster, you have a few seconds to land some blows before it shoots these orange blobs at your feet. After a few seconds, the blobs will explode, so you better make your slaps quick. I think I've got this pattern figured out. Time to rinse and repeat. Victory! And to think I was worried about some silly potions. I'm a gamer. I don't need health potions. I'm awarded with a spear and a shiny new spell that summons vines from the ground. It's a pretty good AoE ability that I keep in my arsenal for the remainder of this game. At this point in my journey, I enter a new portion of the lair for the very first time. The swamp. My sensei, Callum, is here. He's being a little scaredy boy, telling me to turn back as this operation is a failure.
I think you are out of your depth. Go on, return to the entrance, and leave this place. This operation is already a failure. The best I can do now is to rescue as many as possible before retreating.
Yeah? And then what? Live to die another day? I don't think so. I inform him I will not stop until my quest is complete. Contrast to the cramped corridors and barren landscapes of the previous area, the swamp is vast, open, and full of wet marshlands and vegetation. It's host to some new enemy types as well. Looks like the stick bugs don't like the ladybugs. Hey, that's one less thing I gotta worry about. Funny with all this chaotic violence going on, the pacifist is making sanctuary close by. She doesn't say anything too important. I say she because she keeps calling me dear and stuff. How the hell are you supposed to tell the gender of a fly anyway? She reminds me that she's a lover and not a fighter. She's been leaving useful items behind for me in the crates. Not complaining one bit, but in my experience, I've only ever been able to find arrows in those crates. Just outside, I'm delighted to see a lily pad jumping puzzle. This game does provide quite a bit of platforming along your journey. I know there is absolutely nothing that's going to ruin this experience. Well, that just scared the absolute crap out of me. Nothing like a jump scare to make you smash your monitor. Just like that, my worst fears are confirmed, and my least favorite bug in all of bugdom is in this game. The way they slowly descend to drink your life nectar from their straw appendage gives me the creeps. There was a study done to determine if blood type plays in a role and how attracted mosquitoes are to you.
In fact, the best mosquito control that you can have is having my wife stand next to you because they're way more attracted to her than they are to me. It doesn't have anything to do with sex. It does have to do with blood type. Type O blood is much more attractive. I've heard type A is more attractive.
I'm sad to say I have type O. So now you know why I hate mosquitoes so much. Anytime I go outside on a summer evening, I get absolutely defiled by mosquitoes. so this gives me PTSD. Find myself at another jumping puzzle. I don't see a particular path that looks promising, but surely the dev made it so this jump is manageable, right?
Okay.
Oh, looks like I've been gaslit into believing the pee-pee water would kill me. Turns out I'm just a sucker and you can cross the water with no issues. Not sure why the murky water is safe, yet when I get yoinked into a freshwater stream at the start of this video, I somehow perish.
Hi there. Pleased to meet you. Do you love me? Do you think you could ever love me?
Bro, these mosquitoes are out of hand. At least now I know they're coming from these nests. Another first encounter. They're another variant of wasps, but these guys have these big long lances. They also have an obnoxious battle cry. Let's go ahead and translate.
I'm only using this weapon to compensate for my short stinger.
My way past these enemies and find another place to rest. Hey look, it's that loyalist wasp who likes talking smack.
Still around, you disgusting pest? Perhaps you aren't completely useless after all. Unlike the rest of your order, doesn't matter. Lunamoth is mine. She and all her kind will pay for enslaving my race.
I feel like this is gonna be some trouble down the road, isn't it? Looks like we have an acoustic species of pineapple. Sweet. They grant physical resistance too. That's pretty pine-tastic. Up the road a ways, I find some fellow FlyKnights that are preparing an assault.
Reinforcements. Come on, boy, charge. Today you earn your knighthood.
Oh man, what is this? Looks like these flies have been corrupted with some sort of mind control. It doesn't feel like the greatest thing in the world to be killing these guys. They were once simple flies, like myself. But dwelling on this and turning soft isn't going to prevent more of my kind from turning out this way. We must slay these zombies for the greater good. We take down an unladylike pea-flinging ladybug and continue forth with our assault. Unfortunately, one of my comrades does this. Don't worry, little buddy, I'll be back with your wings to get you out of this predicament. I descend deeper into this fortress. There's a chest that awards me with a ring.
I got a ring in there last night.
With attributes that allow my arrows to draw more power the further away I am from the target. Deeper still I venture. Once again headed off the beaten path to find a sword from Final Fantasy. It slaps pretty big damage but is obviously heavy and slow. So I save it for big slaps against solo enemies to take them down in one hit. Aw geez, this can't be a good sign. Looks like something dangerous is up ahead. I need to avenge my home flies. Even more my fallen comrades lay waste in the path ahead. But what's this? A survivor?
You are alive still? Ah. My distraction worked. The deity is safe, but him, I knew it. The ambush, that deceitful retreat. It was all him from the start.
Deceitful retreat? Is he talking about Callum? He's gone just as quick as he arrived in our story. I knew something about that retreat sounded fishy. Or should I say, fruity. He was so pushy in his desire to have us retreat. He fears our power. Rightfully so. But before I face off, when our ally perished just there, his body disintegrated similarly to how the enemies I vanquished do. Does that mean all the guys on this path were just taking a nap after a hard day's crusade? That does give me some hope after all. But enough talk. It's time to confront this jerk and offer him some last words before squashing his Weasley character for double-crossing the flies.
You couldn't listen. I suppose I already knew you wouldn't. I'm sorry. But I made a promise to Lunamoth, and I aim to fulfill it. Go on, my dear squire. Sway me.
Callum has gone full rogue and is giving me everything he's got. It's just too bad it's not enough. He will cast a ring of fire around me to keep me contained while he tries to lunge at me with his blade. It's up to me to stay vigilant and knock him back as he charges forward, and hit him with a counter attack. Just rinse and repeat like usual, and victory is in the bag.
Never the mightiest warrior, but definitely the most persistent. Stand proud, FlyKnight. Finish what you started. Kill Lunamoth.
Dude, some people just don't know how to not crack under pressure. Callum fell victim to not believing in the cause. If he had just held on to a little bit of faith, this fight wouldn't have had to happen. I would have proudly knocked down Lunamoth's doors by his side, but no! He had to go and double-cross us at the fear of defeat. If you're ever gonna strike at your enemies, always follow through with your punch. I can confirm that Callum was secretly horrified at the thought of fighting me. I found his personal chest with a change of clothes he must have soiled while having an anxiety attack awaiting for my arrival. I clean off the poop stains and loot it before venturing forward into the final area of the game, the Ruined City. This area is the most grand and visually impressive so far. Obviously, being the final zone, it has to be, right? It's oozing that Runescape aesthetic and feels a bit more cheery than dreary. The sky blue waters and lighter color of the castle bricks is a welcome relief from the dank and dark swamps I've been getting used to. I'm certainly thankful to be far away from those mosquitoes. It has a lot more enemies, twists, and turns this time around. I find myself navigating this jumping puzzle maze to find another slouch peepee hurler. She has, for me, some pretty dope beetle armor. This is definitely the look of the hero of legend. Through this corridor, I make another first encounter. Another spider. Toasty! Pathetic. I get a pretty sweet axe from this laughable ordeal. Talk about service. She takes herself out and gives me free stuff. No complaints here whatsoever. Hear that? That's the sound of imminent victory. I found this lever to lower the bridge, giving me access to the other side of the river. Seems these fly zombies aren't quite as excited as I am to progress. So I give them a little pick-me-up. I cross the bridge and do some more exploring to find, hey look, more fishies. No way, are these ones carrots? So they're not just limited to fruit. And what do these guys do, huh? Increased attack speed? Nice. I scale the rooftops and take in the scenery while reflecting on how far I've come. Seems like not long ago I woke up disoriented in gang-affiliated slums. Now look at me. I'm on top of the world. Before long, I find myself in a room absolutely surrounded by 5 enemies at once, including 2 compensating wasps with lances.
I'm compensating. I'm compensating. I'm compensating.
This is the first time I've had to face this many single-handed outside of some slugs or plants. This is the true test of swordsmanship and how far I've come. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. I discover another samurai guarding something. I whack him once, he screams in pain, and decides he doesn't get paid enough to care what it is that I do. He was guarding a lever which opens up this gate and allows the flow of water to travel downstream. Time to hitch a ride. Alright, don't overthink it. This next boat and we're gonna jump. 3, 2, 1. Oh geez, thank God we made it. Nice try, bridge. Thank God, I was answering a text message IRL thinking it was going to be a peaceful boat ride, only to look up just in time to save myself. Bit of a weird place to be napping, don't you think? Oh, what's this? Well, shit boys, looks like we're hopping off here. Get a load of this guy.
Lunamoth is mine to rip to pieces. If you've gotten this far, you've proven to be half capable for a dirt dweller. Unfortunately for you, I have grown tired of your revolting stench. Know your place, vermin.
Still talking big smack and trying to steal our thunder. This tough wasp masquerade to cover up his insecurity is getting old. It's finally time to show this biatch what this fly is made of. We could have teamed up to end Lunamoth's madness. But no, seems that bragging rights and self-serving achievements is more important than doing what's righteous. I expect no less from a dirty wasp. I will hand it to him though. He is relentless with his attacks, not leaving me any time to restore my stamina. He almost gets the better of me. His upper hand does not last though. See ya, nerd. Lunamoth must be close if my rival was hanging about so close by. Oh no, what's this? The vagrant fly. The one ally who's been true to their word, mortally wounded.
Maybe I should have trusted you to finish this, but I had to try. This was my mess to clean up after all. That wretched day she severed my wings, leaving all of you, my treasured children, flightless. The transgression couldn't stand unopposed. But don't worry about me. I just need a bit of rest. Focus on your mission. Persist and triumph, my dearest scion. Return us our wings and our dignity. I beg you.
No, don't say that. We all make mistakes in life. Your heart is in the right place, and through it all, you remained loyal to me. Loyal to the cause. I will redeem our kind so that you may also redeem yourself. Now let's see what this pathetic moth is made of. Oh hey look, lettuce fish now. There she is, Lunamoth.
FlyKnight. I'm no fool. I know what I have done, but I have endured the moth deity's apathy for far too long. I will command the powers of the cosmos so that even the archosaurs will be powerless against us. This is the only future we can have.
Archosaurus? What is she talking about? Forget it. This is no time for questions. This is the moment I've been pouring my blood, sweat, and tears to get to. I take a minute to feel out her attacks. Seems to be a bit of a platforming element to this fight. She will summon a trifecta of wind bars you must sidestep, followed by a low-hanging wind wave for me to hurdle. I've been hanging on to an equipment set in my inventory that shields well against magic. I figured since she doesn't seem to be using any physical attacks on me, this will probably be a good choice for this fight. Oh no! This almost results in my demise, but I'm able to recover. I land my first 2 strikes and she ascends into the air. I try my bow, but it's no use. Seems to have a deflecting force field that's immune to projectiles. So how the heck am I gonna deal with this? I try another few arrows. Pointless. But she is on ground level. Alright, screw this, I'm just gonna whack her. That broke down her shield. I think I have it figured out now. She ascends once again and casts bubbles at me. What are we, in kindergarten? You think blowing bubbles at me is going to save you? You are sorely mistaken, you lamp-worshipping freak. Okay, maybe the bubbles hurt just a little bit. She drops down and I make haste to drop her shield once again. I even throw in a dash of psychological warfare and cast my rod at her. She knows I'm just toying with her at this point. I know all your moves, Lunamoth. Prepare to die at the hands of a fly. But not just any fly. The one true FlyKnight. It's down to the wire and this will make or break my race. But by the grace of the fly gods, I'm able to land the final blow to bring Lunamoth down. I climb down into the cellar and see the vagrant waiting for me.
With this, my wings will be mended, and my brood, finally safe. I couldn't be more proud of you. Once the rest of the wings are all returned to their respective begetters, the curse will be gone for good. Lunamoth needed our wings to reshape herself and fly to the moon, where the moth deity lives, to replace her and attain cosmic powers for her own ambitions. Unfortunately, this isn't over yet. The weapon she used to mutilate us was of Archosaur origin. Nothing else could have damaged us so, which means someone else put her up to this, and all arthropods are still in danger.
Well, believe it or not, this is where the tale ends for now. We're able to open the door of opportunity for our kind to gain the ability of flight back. I'll consider that a quest complete. I'm just curious though. She needed the wings of all these creatures to reach the moon. Did she just plan to duct tape or hot glue gun her extra set of wings for extra horsepower? Or should I say, horse fly power? I don't think that's how limb transplants work, dearie. Turns out the vagrant fly was the fly deity after all. I knew Lunamoth was trying to get to the moon. Her name is Lunamoth. It's just too bad she didn't make it that far, and I'll have to be satisfied with ending her here in this tomb rather than shooting her into the sun. She keeps talking about this Archosaur race. We're not talking about dinosaurs, are we? I guess only time will tell. I really hope this game gets a DLC. This was a very nice, concise, yet immersive and interesting story to explore. Just so you're aware, FlyKnight is an indie title available on Steam for just $5.99.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
No, that's not a sale. It's by default $5.99. I highly recommend supporting indie titles like this. Devs like Wabbaboy are the only hope we have in modern gaming to get unique and fun experiences like this one. Well, it's been a great time restoring the honor of the flies while having you by my side through it all. On a little side note, this was a fun video to make. The narrative bits were a bit more sparse compared to my last 2 projects, making this a bit more of a challenge for me, but I enjoyed it. If you have any game suggestions you'd like to see me try out, drop it in the comments and I'll take a look and possibly add it to my ever-growing backlog. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to accompany me on my next quest. But for now, be easy. Laters.